Moving into a new home is just one of life's biggest moments, isn't it? It's so exciting. You've got the keys, the boxes are probably piled up high. But hang on, before you even think about unpacking, there is one absolutely crucial first step to securing your new space that honestly most people completely forget about. Let's get right into it. So you're holding those new keys and it feels amazing. But here's a thought that might just stop you in your tracks. Who else has a copy? Now, this isn't about being paranoid. It's just about being smart. And believe me, it is the most overlooked security step for new homeowners out there. You see, the biggest threat to your new home's security might be something you can't even see. It's all those old keys still floating around that you know absolutely nothing about. This is a risk you need to shut down on day one. And it's not just the people you'd immediately think of, like the previous owners or their kids. Think about it for a second. The estate agents, they had keys to do all the viewings. Tradespeople who did repairs over the years might have had copies made. And here's the real surprise. Even if you bought a brand new house, keys were likely passed around between the builders, all the different contractors, and the sales agents. You just have no way of knowing for sure who has access. So how do you fix this? Well, you do it with a complete security audit of your new property. And we're not just talking about the front door here. To be truly secure, you have to think about every single way someone could potentially get in. So let's build out that checklist. Any professional locksmith is going to tell you that a secure home is a whole system. Of course, you need to change the locks on your front and back doors, but you also have to consider the patio doors, which are often a really weak point. Don't forget the garage door, the shed where you keep all your valuable tools, and yet, even the windows. Any entry point that uses a key needs a completely fresh start. And if you need one more reason, here is the absolute kicker. This isn't just about peace of mind. It's about your finances. A lot of insurance policies have a clause that specifies forced entry. So if someone just waltzes in using an old key, it's not technically a break-in. And that could mean your insurance company could refuse to pay your claim. That one little detail makes changing your locks completely non-negotiable. Okay, so we've nailed down why you have to change your locks. Now let's get into the what. See, not all locks are created equal, and different doors need very specific types of hardware to be truly secure. This chart right here is basically your cheat sheet for choosing the right lock. For a classic wooden door, what you're looking for is a 5-lever mortise lock. For more modern UPVC or composite doors, an anti-snap Euro cylinder is absolutely essential. It prevents a really common break-in technique. Patio doors need their own special multi-point locks, and even your garage and windows have specific types that are recommended. Using the right lock for the right door is everything. Now, you're probably going to see this code, BS3621, thrown around. So what is it? Well, it's the British standard that certifies a lock is thief-resistant. It means it's been tested against common burglary methods like drilling and picking. But more importantly, it's the standard that a lot of home insurance providers require. If your locks don't meet it, you might as well not even have an insurance policy. So how do you know if a lock meets the standard? It's actually really simple. Just look for the BSI kite mark. It's that little symbol that kind of looks like a heart with a B, S, and I inside. This stamp is your guarantee that the lock has been independently tested and certified. If there's no kite mark, don't buy it. Simple as that. And now for the big question. Can you do this yourself, or should you call in a professional? This is a really common dilemma for new homeowners who are, trying to save a little bit of cash. So let's break down the decision.
Look, if you're pretty confident with tools and you're just swapping out a simple cylinder lock, DIY could be an option. But here's the risk. An incorrectly fitted lock is an insecure lock. And worse, if it's not installed perfectly, it can actually invalidate your insurance. For the more complex locks, like a mortise or one of those multi-point systems, just hire a pro. It's the way to go. They'll guarantee the fit is perfect and that you're totally compliant with your insurance policy. And a good tip is to look for someone who is approved by the Master Locksmiths Association.
Before we wrap things up, let's go over a few final pro tips. These are the small details that make a massive difference in your home's overall security, and they come straight from the experts. So let's optimize your new setup. First, ask your locksmith to key alike your locks. That means one key can open everything. It is so convenient. Second, and this is a big one, if you have UPVC doors, you have to insist on anti-snap locks. Third, always do a final visual check for that BSI kite mark on every new lock. And fourth, please do not hide a spare key under the doormat or a flower pot. Get a proper coded key safe. So, as you're standing there in your new home, surrounded by boxes filled with everything you value, just ask yourself this one last question. Your front door is the first line of defense for your family and everything you own. After listening to this, can you confidently say it's secure enough? If not, well, now you know exactly what to do.